Hello everyone. So, this particular video is a painting tutorial based on one of the most beloved moments in comic book history. Well, not for the right reasons, of course. It is based on the death of the Flash in the comic book, The Crisis on Infinite Earths. And it is going to be represented quite well, at least from what I'm seeing from the shows at the moment, quite well in the 2019 crossover on the CW. But I'm particularly a fan of the DC movies, and as critically bashed on as they might have been, and to a certain extent financially as well, I do believe at the end of the day, the potential cost there, right? They could have done an enormous. Could have built an enormous empire with creative empire with the storylines they could have tapped in those movies, given the studio did not exactly particularly meddle into the whole process of uh, the thing coming up from the ground. But this particular drawing is based on Ezra Miller as the Flash, and I have completely redesigned the suit because I mean, as much of a fan as I might be of an armored look for the Flash, I wasn't particularly the biggest fan of the suit in the Justice League movie because, yeah, I mean, the creative decision behind it was understandable. The idea of him being a rookie and building something out of spare parts that was scavenged from a NASA ship, I totally get the creative hindsight behind it, but I do believe a nicer looking suit would go a long way in the new movies that Ezra might be a part of. So I completely redesigned the suit, based it on the Injustice game, as well as the new 52. I also particularly like the classic looking Flash suit, and I really like the fact that the suit that Ezra had in the Justice League movie had the wingdings on the ears, which was something I was particularly a big fan of. So I put that in there, put a nice little homage to it and everything. And the thing about the painting, for the most part, is I was studying a lot of particle effects for this. So I'm currently studying animation at uni. I'm studying at Ravensbourne University, London, and a lot of it has to do with VFX work and everything. So I was studying particle effects as well on the side, which was something I particularly wanted to integrate into this painting. So one advice I would definitely give to anybody who's looking to get into digital painting or VFX, as a matter of fact, is to study a lot of these materials. Is to study how things interact with the environment that they're in. Is to see how materials over time get exposed to different things in the environment, whether it's fire or water, rust or anything else. As a matter of fact, that can affect the way the thing looks to begin with, because there was a lot of that in this one particular painting. I mean, his suit is made out of metal, right? Uh, so to do so to put that up in an accurate manner, I had to study a lot of burnt marks on the spaceships that are used for most of the commercial purposes seen today, which did involve a lot of image references that had to be used directly of NASA spaceships, or uh, a lot of other things along that line. For example, any sort of automotive vehicle that has been burnt up, that is definitely a good starting point. Studying metals is an extremely valuable asset, I believe. Any artist can have, because metal is used a lot, more than any of us think in a lot of these paintings. Studying cloth for sure is studying different sort of fabrics. That's 100% there. One more thing that I haven't particularly emphasized on, well, in a lot of different conversations I might have had with people about art, is to study human skin, because it's more than just the peach color that's being put into light and dark, right? It's more than just that. There are a lot of layers to the human skin. So the way color interacts with it is, it's quite fascinating, to be very honest. So I believe at the end of the day, that is something that needs to be looked out for as an artist, and specifically as a digital painter or a traditional painter as well, to see how the undertones of the skin get affected by different sorts of lights, the different intensities of light, or the different colors as well. Atmospheric lighting, again, one more thing to definitely look out for. How certain things react when they're illuminating something, or when they're releasing the light that's being found around them. That's 100% something to study on. So one particular advice I keep giving to everybody a lot of times is, well, not to everybody, of course, but like people I generally work with in the art scene, is to study a lot of materials, because I'm no professional. I am a rookie myself. I haven't really uh, hit the gold mine yet, but I'm hoping to, of course. And I believe, looking back at my old work now, one thing I think that has definitely uh, brought me to a point where I can work the way I am is that a lot of it involves studying. Whether it's materials or environments or just basic character design. I believe that is 100% there. And as overthrown as this advice might be, practice every day. That is the one thing I'm 100% gonna be preaching for. I think even drawing for 5 minutes a day is more than enough. Obviously, aim for more. Specifically, if you want to get into the whole industry thing, because I am at uni now, and the one thing, and I'm going to be I'm hoping to break it into the industry next year. And the one thing I've particularly noticed is the emphasis on practicing every day, like whatever craft you guys might be in, or anything else. As a matter of fact, I believe practice is extremely important at the end of the day. This particular part of the drawing is me just putting in the details, the scratch marks on his suit, which again was based on how a certain metal might over time expose its under layer when being subjected to a lot of environmental factors such as speed or fire or electricity, as a matter of fact. Or water as well, as a matter of fact, because I mean, like, given its iron, obviously it's going to rust as well, but other metals do also start to erode a little bit, which is one particular thing to look out for. This part of the painting is mostly about the particles, right? It's to put things in place and put the lightning around them and everything, and just a little bit of color correction. And I think we're done for the painting for the most part. Uh, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much.